You're the blue. Deep beneath the Siberian ice, something ancient is stirring. For tens of print, don't let anyone treat you like a rough draft. Deep beneath the Siberian ice, something ancient is stirring. For tens of thousands of years, the permafrost has been a frozen time capsule, locking away mammoths, plants, and microbes. But now, as the climate warms and the ice retreats, these ancient organisms are waking up. Are we about to face pandemics from the Ice Age? Tonight, we'll journey into the world of so-called zombie viruses, uncovering what scientists have discovered, what remains a mystery, and what it could mean for the future of humanity. In 2014, scientists thought a piece of Siberian permafrost frozen for over 30,000 years. Inside, they discovered something extraordinary, a giant virus, still intact, still capable of infecting amoebas. They named it Pithovirus sibericum. It wasn't the first ancient microbe found in ice, but it was the first to be revived in a lab. Headlines exploded with the phrase, zombie virus. Since then, more have been uncovered, each older, stranger, and more unsettling than the last. The story begins in Siberia, 2014. A team of French and Russian scientists thawed a piece of permafrost that had been frozen for over 30,000 years. Inside, they discovered something extraordinary, a giant virus, still intact, still capable of infecting amoebas. They named it Pithovirus sibericum. This wasn't the first time ancient microbes had been found in ice, but it was the first time one had been revived in a laboratory. Headlines exploded with the phrase, zombie virus. And it wasn't just one. Since then, researchers have uncovered multiple ancient viruses, some tens of thousands of years old, all preserved in the permafrost. The discovery raised a chilling question. If these viruses can survive for millennia, what happens when they are released into today's world? To understand the threat, we need to understand the science. Viruses are not alive in the traditional sense. They are genetic material, DNA or RNA, wrapped in a protein shell. They don't eat, breathe, or reproduce on their own. Instead, they hijack living cells to make copies of themselves. Now imagine freezing them in permafrost. The ice acts like a vault, protecting their fragile structures from decay. For tens of thousands of years, they remain dormant, waiting. When scientists revived Pithovirus, they tested it only on amoebas, not humans. The results were clear. The virus was still infectious after 30,000 years. Think of it like a seed. A seed can lie dormant in the desert for centuries, and with just a drop of water, it springs back to life. These viruses are the microbial equivalent of that seed. And here's why it matters. Permafrost covers nearly a quarter of the northern hemisphere. As it melts, it doesn't just release carbon and methane. It may also release ancient microbes into rivers, soil, and eventually, ecosystems we depend on. But here's the truth. We don't know how dangerous these viruses really are. Could they infect humans or animals today? We don't know, yet. How stable are they in modern ecosystems? That's still a mystery. Could they trigger outbreaks, or would they simply fade away in the presence of modern microbes? No one can say for sure. Some scientists argue that the risk is low, that most ancient viruses would be harmless to us. Others warn that we can't afford to be complacent. After all, humanity has never faced pathogens from the Ice Age. And history reminds us, new pathogens can change the course of civilization. So what does the future hold? On one hand, studying these ancient viruses could unlock medical breakthroughs. They may reveal new genetic tools, or even help us understand how viruses evolve, knowledge that could prepare us for future pandemics. On the other hand, the risks are undeniable. As climate change accelerates, permafrost is melting faster than ever. Entire ecosystems are being reshaped. And with them, the microbial world is shifting in ways we can't fully predict. This is more than a scientific puzzle. It's a story about survival, innovation, and ethics. Do we dare to explore these ancient microbes for knowledge, knowing the risks? Or do we leave them buried, hoping the ice will hold a little longer? The rise of zombie viruses is not just about microbes. It's about us, our relationship with the planet, with time, and with forces far older than humanity itself. If microbes can shape our future, are we truly in control, or just passengers in their world? Tell us what you think. Should scientists keep reviving these ancient viruses, or should they remain frozen in history?